Hey, Sean here. In the first video of this series, I talked about investigating the facts. Today I'm going to give you the basic information of reviewing those facts to find the cause. Okay? This is just some basic information to help you begin and develop a process for investigation at your workplace. If you have an investigation process at your workplace, then hey, this is just going to be a refresher for you. So we're going to review the facts to find a cause. Once we've collected all the notes, sketches, pictures, photos, drawings, done all the interviews, now we can begin analyzing the information to find the cause. For good investigation, we need to discover all the factors, not just the obvious ones, in order to find the cause and develop a process to prevent similar incidents from happening again in the future. So to review facts for finding causation, a good investigator must do these things, okay? You must, one, review all the information. Look at your notes, interviews, recordings, documentation, pictures, sketches, diagrams, engineered drawings or plans. As you review all the information, you should start getting a clearer picture of what happened in the incident. Number two, clarify the facts. As you review the information, you might find that you need further clarification. This is why in a previous video I mentioned it is so important to gather as much information as you can immediately, right, before that information gets lost. Because when we go back, the material and the information might not be there for us to access anymore. One, because they've cleaned up the situation, or as we go back to re-interview and ask people questions because it was something we should have got, they might have forgot, right? Maybe some of the evidence or some of the material got thrown out and now we need it. So in this clarification process, this is where we can go back and re-interview some of our people involved, right? So as we review the information, a question pops in our head, we write it down, we can go back and ask either somebody involved in the incident, a witness, or if we have somebody else involved like a subject matter expert, we can take that information and ask them, right, if we don't have the answer for it, okay? Whether it's supervision or management, because they know the processes at the workplace. Next, we need to analyze the information. Once all the information has been reviewed and clarified, now we need to analyze that information. Okay, an incident is generally a result of a series of events. As investigators, we must trace those events to the source of the incident. This is where we can discover that some of the facts of the incident that we thought were unimportant now are, right? Suddenly become a significant factor in the event itself. This is a huge reason why it's very important to gather all the information we can at the beginning of the information. Okay, if that question pops up later and we don't have the information, now it's lost. I've seen this too many times where information was not gathered, right? So the initial supervision had done their quick investigation. They wanted to fill out their paperwork because managers pressure them to get their investigations done quickly. They miss getting information. Questions pop up. This is a bad thing because what if something we missed when we decide what our corrective measures are is wrong? An unanswered question can lead to improper corrective actions or improper corrective measures later on down the road and result in another incident, and we could have prevented it if we just would have got all the information right from the start. We could have made a proper corrective measure for what happened during the event. Also, this is in this part of analyzing the information is where we consider the situational factors or the environmental factors which could play a role in the incident, okay? These could include poor weather conditions, insufficient lighting, slippery surfaces, loud noises, what else we got here? Impaired visibility, and if you have others, leave them in the comments. Okay, number 4, examine the contributing factors. Once you've analyzed the information, now the investigators are looking for contributing factors. So create a sequence of events, a chart or a sequence of events or a chain of events. Do this by continuously asking yourself why, right? The why questions that point to contributing factors for each event in the sequence. Ultimately, we want to do this is to lead us to the root cause of the incident. Along the way, we can discover some indirect causes, which then we can create some corrective measures for ensuring that we prevent other incidents and making a healthier and safer workplace. Drawing out this sequence of events, we can discover that we have areas that branch out, and so we can find some other contributing factors. Branching out helps us examine whether two or more factors were involved in the incident. For example, would the incident have happened if the factors have happened simultaneously or sequentially? If one factor had not if one factor had not have happened, okay, would the incident be relevant with the addition of another factor? Okay, did we already know the factor and the incident was influenced by something else or some unforeseen event? Okay, so here's an example of an incident. I was at one of the workplaces I was at. There's a big mechanic shop and there was oil on the floor. So what they did was, I mean, you see oil on the floor, it's a hazard, they cleaned it up. Good deal, done, right? Corrective actions, clean it up. Next day they come in, oil on the floor, same spot, clean it up. Corrective measure, clean it up, good, they clean it up. Okay, so 5 days in a row they kept having this oil in the same spot. Finally it's like, why is the oil in that spot? So instead of just cleaning it up, let's try and find that root cause of why that was there. So a little bit of investigation found out that there was dripping coming from the ceiling. There was a pipe or some type of pipe or something up top that was dripping oil on the floor. So then, now the correct measure is we call the maintenance people. They go up, fix whatever it was, whether it was a pipe or a piece of equipment. I can't remember exactly what it was, but then also looking into is, do we have a program in place to prevent that leak from happening, like a preventative maintenance program, right? So keep asking yourself why? Why do we not have a preventative maintenance program? Okay, if we don't have a preventative maintenance program for this item, what else within our facility do we not have that we would need a preventative maintenance program for? Okay, so just keep asking yourself why? Okay. Is it because we're understaffed? Is it because the equipment's old? Right? Keep asking yourself why these things happen, and you can usually come back, keep going further and further. Okay. Number 5, list the possible causes. During an examination process, we begin to arrive at possible causes. Okay. So we should list them all out and list their importance and probability. This list is important as we determine what our corrective measures will be to prevent further incidents. Okay. Number 6, identify the cause. From this list of possibilities, now we can go through the process of elimination to determine the cause or causes of the incident. Okay. Keep documentation of the event. Also check any history of that we might have any past incidents, inspections, hazard identifications, corrective actions that are relative to presently to the incident, to this incident that happened. We may find trends that help us as well, so that's why we want to also document this incident for future if we need to come back to it. Okay. In another video, I'll talk about an investigation team and the importance of that. As all things to discuss will be much better if we have multiple minds working on them. Okay. We all have experience and past experience and insight that would be helpful in discovering the solutions to make a safer workplace. One thing I've noticed in my past experience in dealing with investigations directly or reviewing them is that most people jump to conclusions very quickly, right? They just want to get it done. And a good investigator should avoid this. It's important to identify all the factors take your time. Sure, sometimes we need to do stuff quickly to get some immediate corrective actions, but let's take our time and always review that so we can develop the proper corrective actions to go with the incident, okay, to provide a safer workplace. If you found this video helpful, share it with your coworkers, share it with your friends, share it with your supervision and management. Maybe they can use it to help develop a training program for the investigation process at your workplace, okay? And feel free to leave a comment. Join me in the next video. We're going to talk about potential causes of the incident. So in the meantime, have a safe day.